Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, I'm Michelle. This is the Independent Fiber Farmer, and this is take two. um, Today is May 5th, and this is episode 13, all things nitty and crafty. Um, Knitting, crocheting, sewing, paper mache, painting, anything crafty, that's what we do here. And it's been about a month, but I'm trying to squeeze this in today so it can download because I am leaving tomorrow morning for Florida to go visit with my mother. It's been a long time, so I'm gonna go visit with her. But I wanted to get this out because it'll be way past due by the time I get back. Let's hope this one does just fine. My slow motion keeps kicking in. I'm not even sure how to do that. But like I said, today's May 5th. And we're just going to jump right into it because I have got a lot of packing yet to do. Okay, let's see. I have been spinning some more. Here. Now, I know this looks purplish, but I swear there are just tints of teal and royal blue mixed in with the white. Okay? This is mohair, tencel top, tussa silk, wool, BFL, bamboo. Okay, there's 290 yards. Yes, that is. I don't have a lot of blue. As much as I like blue, you think I would have a bunch, but I just don't. I don't know, maybe I should concentrate on more shades of blue for my stash. Um, that is very soft. I'm not even sure what that's going to be yet, but um, it was a very easy spin, by the way. Very easy to spin that combo. And I would call it a DK. Slight, thick, and thin. So, now when I spin, I do two bats. Okay, and they're not always coming out the same amount. A little bit off here and there when I make my bats, depending on how the fiber lays on my carder. So if I have stuff left over, I put it on my third spool. And then if I have something that I have a little bit left over, regardless of the color, I apply it to it. I've had some of the best combination of color coming out that way. The unplanned skeins, like this one right here, 62 yards. Okay, you can see why that is just too much to throw away. So I think, and this was, I had white alpaca, just plain white alpaca left over. BFL, wool, bamboo, and alpaca. But I had some of this blue left over after I used up all the white wool for this to apply it with. So I made this one. It's a slight color variation because my alpaca is not a true white. She is, I think, what they call a fawn. Depending on how much she rolls, she can appear darker. That's iris, but it's kind of like a wintry white. I would call her a winter white. I don't even think I would call her a true fawn, but her paperwork says fawn, so that's what I have to say she is. But those two there, oh yes, I like those. I like those a lot. And last time I did a video, I showed you this really, really nice black and green bat I was spinning up. I'm done. All done. Okay, and this is alpaca, Romney, mohair, mulberry silk, Angelina, and bamboo. And this is a 2-ply, 332 yards. I would call this a sport weight. Super soft. This is, I'm telling you, I've never had a Romney turn out unsoft. Next year's skin soft. I absolutely, if I had to pick two, it'd be alpaca and Romney. That's what I would spin. Those are my go-to fibers. Any colors. I'm not I'm not picky on the colors. Um, I absolutely love Romney. So, and alpaca soft. So you mix those two together, super, super soft. But look at this. See the green? I know you cannot see the sparklies on there, but there is silver sparklies in there. So I'll put that in my green stash because, you know, I'm stocking up, so I have enough coordinating to do green project. Okay, then I have this one. Romney Llama Alpaca Wool. It's 216 yards, and again, I would call this a 2-ply sport weight. With the browns and the copper colors and slight shades of black, and there's variegated greens. This reminds me of camouflage. Very, very camouflage is what I think of when I see it. It is almost the same combo, but in my experience, llama is very, very durable. Okay, very durable. But it's, let me just get rid of that, someone's calling. Very durable. However, it's not as soft as next to your skin. That's the only difference. But I do use it all the time, especially in my like llama wool sock combo that I make. That is a good combo. I just seen my video pause. I hope my voice is lining up. If not, I'm gonna post it anyway because I don't know what else to do today. I don't have time to keep going. Can you see? Very, very, oh, that actually, you can't really see the browns too much. Again, for better pictures, because I have the window and we have sun for the first time in 6 days, I'm not sorry. I will keep the window there. Odd. We are just coming out of this really nasty cold snap. Permanently into spring and summer, I'm hoping. But for better pictures on the coloring, please go to my Instagram. Okay, Independent Fiber Farmer on Instagram. Okay, now I had just a little bit left over, like 18 yards that I applied with white wool of the camouflage. So, I don't know if I can... No, it's just not going to show you nice color. But there's enough here to do a couple stripes on a sock, or mittens, or a hat. I'm not throwing it away. It's pretty rustic though, this combo. It is pretty rustic. Some, you just have to judge. Once I spin it, like this black one and green one will be sweater, and the blue one. However, the camouflage one, it can be a sweater, but you're definitely going to have to wear something under it. It's going to be very irritating, scratchy to me. But no, because my neck is sensitive. Now, when it comes to my socks, my feet, I can wear anything. You know, I'm fine, but I have to set the twist on these yet, and then add it to my stash. That being said, I am desperately trying for the rest of this year to downsize my crafting accumulation as much as I possibly can. I'm not going to set limits. I'm going to work as hard as I can for the fiber, spinning, sewing, material, all kinds. I'm going to try. I'm trying not to buy anything. I did come across a project where I had to. I just had to, because I literally have half a sleeve and 2 cuffs, and I ran out of color. I don't know what I was thinking. Let me show you here. Are you ready? Are you ready? I love this. Look at it. Look at it. See, I got one sleeve and half. And don't you know, I had to go to 2 or 3 different stores to find this. Uh, I don't know, like a mustardy yellow. And I don't have any of the ball bands, so I don't even know what color or who made it. Or I don't remember where I got it. That's how long I've had this color in the stash. It's like I call it a mushroom brown. Like a, I don't know, like a mushroom brown is what I call it. Um, a mustard yellow, a burnt orange, and a winter white. Okay, and this is the octagon squares, and then you just whip stitch them together. Okay? It's really not that hard. It's like sewing the puzzle pieces together. Okay, and I did see, because I'm a 70s baby, which I don't mind these colors at all. I love them. I seen a vest on Pinterest. These colors and in this block, and I liked it so much. I said, well, you know, I want a sweater. So I'm trying to add the sleeves, and I'm hoping everything lines up and does okay. Now to get the round neck part, do you see how I had to make like the half octagons to get the straight edge, right? So I do still have to, with the sleeve here, I still have to do half for all these to give it a nice straight edge, so I can do the cuff, which then we'll pull it in a little bit. And for the, let's see, for the band and the neckline, all I did was front post, back post, front post, back post, front post to give it this stretchy rib design in a double crochet is what I did. So, and I really like the way that turned out. I really do. It is a bit of a cropped, sort of, well, for me, because I like longer stuff. It's kind of a wide neckline, which is fine because I plan on wearing this with either a white turtleneck or a button-up collared white shirt. So it can go below too a little bit to cover my bum. But pair of jeans, and look at it. Oh yes, I am gonna try this in different colors. Plus you can make the pieces up. You know, anywhere you go, you can just take it with you, make your pieces up, and you can sew it together later. It sews up really fast once all the pieces are done. I just couldn't wait till all the pieces were done until I started assembling. Like I said, I don't know what I was thinking. I never cut myself that short. I always have some left over, hence my scrappy projects. I guess I was thinking that these little squares were not going to use up very much. I was wrong. So I had to wait a week, and I went and I found some at Joann's and some at Hobby Lobby. So I really did have to hunt for those. I have them now. Now the mustard yellow is about half a shade off, and I'm hoping you won't really notice too much. There's nothing I can do about it. I've looked all over for it. I don't know. It is what it is. I'll wear it. But I'll know next time, because there's actually 2 skeins of orange. 2 skeins of orange in this already. Now they weren't big skeins, okay? So I think it would be safe to, I got a pounder of the white, of the winter white, so plenty of that left. I'm guesstimating. So I got a skein of each, and hopefully I found the exact mushroom brown though, so there's that, and the right orange. We'll see that. Hopefully I have that done next time, and I plan on doing another video after I get back to share my time in Florida and or any craftiness finds I had found down there, which I'm sure my mother's just like me, so I'm sure we'll get into something. But I'm absolutely in love with this. I'm gonna try it in different colors. Just wait and see. Again, on Instagram, I post pictures there before I do a video. So if you want to see this by chance, as soon as I get it done, it won't be till after I get back, and I'll be gone for at least a week. So check it out. There's that. Okay. Now, last time I had not even worked on these socks. But I finished them. I finished them. Look, look, look. Aren't they nice? Again, they're my colors. Unfortunately, they're not my size. I have always knit from the cuff to the toe. They call it cuff down. That's just how I learned, so that's how I do it. And then when I get done with the toe, I measure from the toe with my tape measure 7 inches where I pick up stitches and put my heel in. But for some reason, the last couple pairs have been way too big because I wear a size 7. Size 7? But yeah, 7 inches is what I've done. So I did 7 inches, but I would easily say this would fit a size 9, 9.5 foot. That's how much bigger. I don't know whether it blocked bigger once I was done, because I've never used this yarn before. I've always made socks out of my hand spun wool for durability and warmth. But I couldn't pass it up because the colors were beautiful and the skein was on sale. So KFI Luxury Collection. It is 70% extra fine merino, 25% polyamide, and 5% cashmere. Oh yes, it's soft. Oh yes, and this is color 1502. So I definitely recommend this yarn. It was so easy to knit with. And because it's like self-striping, it never got boring. It didn't really get boring. I just had so many other projects on my to-do that I just had a hard time getting back to it. But they're blocked and they'll be going in the gift tote. Somebody's going to get really nice gifts. It won't be me. But they're done. They're done. I know, very frustrating, huh? I could have had a nice pair of socks. Like I said, I'm trying to downsize my oh, there it is. The coordinating thread. I don't want to lose it because that's the color I'm sewing this with. I don't want to have any leftovers, and I am desperately trying to use up my stuff. So, what I had left over from the socks I just showed you, I crocheted a halter top. These go around the neck, tie around the neck, and then I got ones that tie around the back. Like I said, I'm a 70s baby, and I remember wearing these when I was little. I would only use this like if I went to the beach over my bathing suit, but I'm sewing a liner in it. You see, I'm sewing the liner in it. It makes me feel better if you can't see through it. I thought it would be fine. I didn't really have a pattern. I just kind of eyeballed it because it was really stretchy. I said, oh yeah, that'll fit. But what I didn't take into consideration is that once I added the cotton fabric liner, which doesn't stretch, well, this is pretty much the size you get. It doesn't get bigger. This is what you get. So when I'm done sewing that in, if it doesn't fit comfortably for me, I have nieces that are smaller. It'll go in my gift tote. So, like I said, I'm on a mission to clear out my stash, and at least this ball of yarn is not sitting in there waiting to be turned into something. But that being said, I also went through my closet because I had to start packing for this trip, and I realized there was a lot in there that I don't know why it's in my closet. I never wear it. I have bought things, I have hung them up, or I put them on the shelf in my closet, and I've never worn them. It's either not my style, or I wore them once and decided it wasn't that comfortable. Um, it just happened. So I went through and I managed to downsize a trash bag full of stuff. I really have a hard time throwing stuff away. I know. Like my t-shirts, I'll cut that up into t-shirt yarn and crochet rugs for the front door during winter. And if I get another year out of them, I'll throw some in the camper. So, we have some, they're very absorbent. So, like during winter when the wet snow and the mud come in and the dogs step on it, and your husband comes in with his muddy snow boots, and they absorb. So, if I can get another year used as a rug, I really don't, then I don't feel bad throwing them away. I will wash them and take care of them, but hand crocheted rugs used on an everyday basis normally don't last that long. So it's kind of like getting my last little penny's worth out of that t-shirt. So that's what I do with that. And with the shirts that I had there, a lot of them were the button-down shirts. I don't even wear a lot of the button-down shirts, much less bold prints. But I had them. Don't ask me. So what I did was I created a tiered skirt. I cut the squares, and I used my Brother Lock sewing machine I got from my grandmother. Yeah, I got that from my grandmother. So I had one just like it, and it broke. And then by chance, I got another one from her. But I made this in a day. I made this all in a day because that you can sew the pieces together, and it gets rid of the ugly edges that leave all those little strings and unraveled bits. And let's see here. See? So I still have to add a vicious string through here to cinch it smaller. There is elastic in it to get over my hips, but just in case you want a little bit more snug, I'm gonna put a tassel tie through the top. I think I'll really wear this. Now it is a bit see-through because I only did a single layer, so I do have a cotton slip to wear under this. But for summer, I think this will get a lot of wear. A lot of the colors, you can see I'm pretty partial to a certain color scheme. If it's not autumny colors, it's blue. Yep, those are my color palettes. As I sit here in my bright yellow shirt, right? Okay. Now was it last? Yeah. I had shown you a yellow tank top that I had purchased, and I really liked it. The only problem was it was a bit short. So I decided to use it as my guide to make another one. And I showed you my progress, but I'm done. I'm done. And I've already worn it. I wanted to see exactly, how it wore all day. It's not hot. I did not get hot. I think this is a cotton wool blend. Very light on the wool. I think it's like 5% wool. I think the color was called denim. Please refer to my last video. I know I don't have the ball band anymore, but I didn't do the exact pattern they had because this is my mock-up. This is kind of what I'm going to go by. That being said, two things I'm going to change. One is, do you see how this strap curls up? You see how it curls up? You don't feel it though. This is so lightweight, you don't feel it, and it don't really bother you. But I just want it to lay flat. And when I blocked this, after I got done with it, I made sure these were flat, and they still curled. And when I did these, I even slipped the first stitch, so there wouldn't be too much give, but it's still. So I think next time when I do the straps, I'm either going to do a ribbed pattern on the edges, just on the edges, to prevent it from curling up, kind of like a, well, there's 10 here. Let's just say I do 15. So I would knit one row, and the next row I would knit, purl 5, knit 5. You know, I mean, I would create a rib, and that would help it lay flat. And the other thing I would change is, even though this is longer, and if you wear it with high-waisted mom jeans, it's not a problem. Or if you're at home and you don't care who sees your midriff, not a problem. However, it does sit at the top of my pants and my shorts, but if I were to bend over, the garden or anything else, then that's too short for me. So I am going to make the next one probably, I would say 2 inches, 2 inches longer. But I'm not getting rid of this one. It is plenty long enough for me to wear again. I'm not going to rip it out. But it's done, and I love it. And yes, it does go with 90% of my wardrobe. The next one probably won't be blue. White is so boring to knit with for me. Any shade. It's just white and more white and more white. But I need more white in my wardrobe, so I'm going to have to make myself knit a white tank. Oh, Lord, give me strength. Maybe I'll find a sparkly white one that won't be so boring. That is done. Done. Okay. What I'm doing. And I know you guys have seen, all of my octagon granny square sweaters, cardigans. I love them. I wear the blue one all the time, and I've worn the white and yellow one a couple times already. I love both of them. I kind of want one in every color, so I don't have to try to only wear them when I'm wearing something that matches. I am a matchy person by nature. Okay, I'm not just going to throw something on if it doesn't go. So, I know, right? I'm making another one. Okay, it is what I call the mushroomy brown color with sparklies. And then I've got a tweedy off-white with brown and black specks. And then I have a like a winter white. And I just repeat. And those are the colors I'm going with. And I'll do the same. The ribbed cuff on the arms and the cardigan button closure and then the band at the bottom. But I don't want to make it as long as the blue one. We'll see. We'll see how many colors I have. Oh, they're holding out. I'm good. I should be good. So that's the colors I'm making. And I should have, this is the octagon granny cardigan. And I don't really have a pattern for it. I seen it on Pinterest, and there's free sites all over the place for it. But this is one of the projects I will be taking down to Florida with me because my mother wanted to see me make one because I don't have a pattern. But if she sees me make one, then she'll understand. It's kind of hard to explain over the phone. And we don't do video chat very well because we're always multitasking while we're talking to each other, so it's kind of hard to sit and talk and show each other stuff. So that one will be going down to Florida with me. So another reason why I had to get this video done so I can pack. I'm down to the last nitty-gritty of the packing, so I gotta do that. Okay, now I still have a bunch of sock yarn balls left over. I'm getting it. And then about 4 years ago, I had hand dyed a crap load of DK sock weight wool yarn, Norwegian wool yarn. Not the softest next to the skin, but as a layer, Very warm. Okay. I kind of been saving the colors to go with other colors, but I love the last video or the one before that. I made a granny square pullover. It's kind of like a yellowish multicolored sweater, and made out of the same weight yarn, same yarn. Uh, it's light. I mean, you're warm, but you don't have like the weight of a winter sweater on your shoulders. I love it. I am gonna try and make this one a little bit longer. That one's fine. In fact, I just wore it the other day again. It is fine. Um, this one here, so I'm just making myself, take out my hook here, I'm just picking up colors. I know it don't go. I know. I'm just doing it. It is a scrappy, scrappy. In fact, I'm doing this with a 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. So it's not even that tight of a crochet. You probably could do like a 3.0 millimeter and be fine. Let me just pull a little bit more of that through so I don't lose it. Don't want to lose it. Okay. So, look at those bright colors, right? Look at them. I absolutely love the colors, and I'm trying to use the gray, the speckled gray. I'm going to take pictures and put them on Instagram, because right now you have the clouds are going by, and so the light is flickering in the window and it's messing with the phone. But like I said, I don't know editing. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even really have the patience to learn. As long as these go through and my voice is lining up with the words coming out of my mouth, that's just the way it's going to be until I can afford to get a better camera. That won't be this year, by the way. So, I made two. I do two at a time so I can make sure the color is the same. But, so, and I haven't decided whether I'm going to do a short sleeve on this or I'm going to make it a tunic style, or if I'm just going to do it. I don't want to do short sleeve. I just don't care for the short sleeve in the wool like that. So long sleeve, or I will do like a vest tunic. We'll see. But I'm going to have to go buy a gray mock or turtleneck shirt to go under this. That way it will emphasize the color and you will see the gray. But yep, so I'm just grabbing whatever colors I have. That is going to be very bright. And I'm busting my stash. So it's a win-win. Win-win-win. We'll see how many projects I can find. I may. Yep. Because look, this is all the gray I have left. I don't think I have another skein of that down in the fiber shop. But can you see the coloring? It's like a variegated gray with bits of color. But that's my main color. So, and then I have these minis that I dyed up. And that is the yellow in them. I do have quite a bit. And I try to make socks out of some purple variegated ones I made. And while they're okay, they don't wear socks very well. And I believe these are a wool, Norwegian wool nylon blend. So I'll make them a sweater. That should hold better. But that's one of my another one of my projects. Another one I have. I know I have not shown you. I know I have not. No, there's the other one. my project pack. I went to a really small, I talked about it last summer, a small craft show in Hagerstown, Maryland. It was the first one last year. Um, of course, luck having it, I think I'm going to be in Florida when they have their second one this year. What do you do? And Maryland Sheep Wool Festival, I think I'll miss that too. Dang it. I know. I know. But now I am a creature of habit. So, I pick out autumn colors, neutral colors, and blues. By habit, that's what I work with. And I want to do other colors. I really admire other people's work. Bright, bold, different colors. I really do. So this one booth had sock yarn, hand-dyed sock yarn. And so I sent my daughter in with the money to go purchase randomly, whichever one she picked. Okay? And because her color habits are different than mine, it did take me outside of my comfort zone because I'm unable to do that. I literally will put it down and grab a blue or a brown or a tan every time. Every time. So, she picked me up. I cannot pronounce the name of it. I will show you the label. Dragykia. Okay, and this is 70% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and 5% stellina. There is silver stellina in here, and there's 462 yards. The color is called Witch's Brew. Okay, I will show you the label. I know it's backwards, that's why I spelled it. But maybe, I'm not sure if she has an Instagram shop or whatever. You might want to look it up online, or if she's even still in business, because 2020, it really did close a lot of people down, like my shop, which isn't a bad thing. I have so much more time and stress-free right now. I do miss it. I do miss talking to people about the crafts, but you might want to check her out. I highly recommend her yarn. And again, this is called Witch's Brew. Look at, I don't know if I can, you cannot see the sparkles. Oh my goodness. You can't. There's like a ton of silver sparklies through here. But look, it's purple, black, neon greens. It reminds me of Halloween. Very Halloweeny. I don't know if I block the sun this way, whether you can see. Do you see the sparkly? That's not light shining through there. That is sparklies, and there's a ton of them. Look at this color. Now I am doing, this is a sock. If you couldn't tell, it's a sock. I'm doing a 2x2 rib. Look at that. Look at those bright, beautiful colors. Yes, please. Like I said, I'm going to have to send her in more often to buy me whatever, because I said I would never have picked this up. Not in a million years. But I'm so glad that she did. I got another one started. Because it's small, I get second sock syndrome. So I alternate them. I know this one's getting too big, I'll do this one. But like I said, I'm doing I think a 60 stitches on a 2.25 millimeter. Okay. You could do this on a 2 millimeter, but those needles are kind of busy. So I'm just holding it a little bit tighter than normal. Also, my tension for both will be the same if I make them at the same time. I do have a habit of making one bigger than the other with the same amount of stitches, purely because my tension is not the same with the second one. But if I do them together, they maintain the same. So, but I'm doing a 2x2 rib. I'm probably going until I reach where I want the heel to start, and then I'll do the, I'll do the top as a 2x2 rib and the bottom of the foot flat like a stockinette. So there's my plans. It'd be really awesome if I came across some bright orange wool to do the heels and the toe with. I know, because they're already Halloweeny. Why not? But if I don't, because I'm not buying. My goal this year is to downsize as much wool and as much yarn and fabric as possible. Because I have too much. I have way too much. Way too much. But I absolutely recommend her. And again, that was, let me see here. DRAGYKIA. I'm going to check her out. I do plan on, now that because it's been on my shelf for a while, about a year. Excuse me. About a year. So I don't edit, so excuse me. But now that I'm knitting with it, it's not splitty at all. I love to knit with this, and the colors, it's not boring. You're just eager to see, the colors go on. So very addictive knitting that. I'm going to see what other colors she has. I think I paid like, I'm going to guess. It was somewhere between $23, I think, and $25 for that skein. And I split it in half to do each sock. And I know I'm going to have some left over, so I may do a hat for my daughter or a pair of shorty socks. So I may do that. But like I said, there's a fly in here. We've had really very crappy weather, and so now we're finally warming up because, I'm going to Florida. But when I get back, I will be jumping right into gardening, and I won't have as much time. So I will be doing shorter sessions, but I will try to do them every 2 weeks instead of once a month, because I just acquire so much. It's hard for me to squeeze it all in. I don't want to make the video too long. But those are my plans. I say, if you have any suggestions, or you want to check me out on Instagram or Facebook, please do that. By the way, I have over 50 subscribers. Holy moly donut shop! Who would have thunk there is over 50 people that care to hear my ramblings? I am over the top elated. I'm floored. I never even expected more than 10 people. To be honest, I didn't. So, 50. Wow. I kind of feel a little special. Thank you to those who subscribe. You are so appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. If there's something you want to talk about, just message me or leave a comment. Again, this is May 5th, Independent Fiber Farmer, episode 13. And I will get back with you guys when I get back from Florida. I may download some shorts while I'm down there, but we'll see. Enjoy your spring.